Alright everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. We're going to talk about Marvel's Wolverine today, the upcoming game from Insomniac. We might have some good news, I don't know, it's interesting. So much bad news out there. This is kind of a breath of fresh air, so let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. Alright, so it looks like Marvel's Wolverine, the creative director, is no longer on the project due to creative decisions around the game. Now, if you recall, we heard some weird stuff going on about this game. I think somebody joined Insomniac that had worked on something really bad. What was that game called? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into that as we read through this article. I think it's going to name that person, but somebody's moved on. Anyway, things are changing, and I'm hoping that this game is going to be a lot better than it was, because the person that was hired on looked like they were going to lead this game down a very bad path that would make it ultra woke and ultra garbagey, just ruin another beloved IP. Wolverine was a favorite superhero of mine since I was a little kid, man. You know, I mean, I love the guy. He was the best. He was the best at what he did, you know, and that was his little catchphrase there, but what he does isn't very nice. Anyway, Brian Horton, the former creative director for Insomniac Games' Marvel's Wolverine, is no longer part of the project and has moved on to become the creative director for Xbox's upcoming Perfect Dark game. According to Steven Totilo at GameFile, Horton left Marvel's Wolverine over the summer after being with the project since 2021. With Horton out, Insomniac replaced him with Marcus Smith. As the creative director, Mike Daly is the new game director. Cameron Christian, who was previously serving as game director, will remain in Insomniac but in a different role. Totilo claims that these moves are the result of creative decisions around the game. So there's a lot going on in the industry, as you guys know. A lot of bad stuff, a lot of controversial stuff, and a lot of people are really angry, myself included, at some of the things that we're seeing happen to beloved franchises and IPs and all that. And we're tired of, we're just tired of the BS we're getting fed on a daily basis, the mediocre games that we're getting that are half-baked when they come out of the oven and they're served to us, that then you bite into it, they're full of garbage. There's nothing good in them, there's no food, it's all just filler and garbage and all that. It's all woke nonsense, and the dialogue's terrible, the stories are bad, it's awful. There's been a lot of that lately, so I'm hoping this is the result of that. Is it? I don't know. That remains to be seen. Insomniac, they gave us Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales, which was okay, but let's see what happens moving forward. We saw the depictions of Jean Grey and how she has the man jaw that we're getting so used to seeing, these weird Western women that are just so brutally unattractive. If you ever read the comic books, Jean Grey was gorgeous, beautiful, tall, redhead, nice body, yada, yada, yada. And of course, it was a comic book, you saw her depicted on the screen, you saw her played by Famke Janssen, and then the girl from Game of Thrones there, sorry, I can't remember her name right now, but, pretty redheaded women. It'd be a shame to see her ruined in the game by some weird this game designer or character designer or something that has a thing against women because they want to be a woman and they're not. Just saying. See a lot of that lately. Anyway, interesting enough, the timing of these decisions also appears to match up when Sweet Baby Ink defender Mary Kenny, who was an associate narrative director working on Marvel's Wolverine, announced she left the project and joined CD Projekt Red. So that's good. Mary Kenny's a pig. And we talked about her a couple months back in the video when she went over to CD Projekt Red. I feel bad for CD Projekt Red now. They got that cancer in their midst. I'm hoping they shit can her too, or she moves on from there, ruffles the wrong feathers, and is ousted. She needs to leave. She's one of those people that needs to leave this industry altogether. 100% gone. Because they have nothing to bring to this industry other than their ideologies. Their, like transgenderism or whatever, we're all tired of it, man. We don't care about your perversions. We don't care about who you sleep with. We don't care about what you identify as. And we don't care about your experiences in life, that when you had to come out to your mom and dad and you were embarrassed or humiliated or they disowned you. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? Go to therapy for that. Don't make video games for it. None of us care. Anyway, Kenny posted on LinkedIn back in early July. Without further ado, it's time to announce my new job. Today was my first day as senior writer at CD Projekt Red, best known for the Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077. She added, I can't wait to talk more about my project. I'm thrilled to be getting back into RPGs, and my team is talented, welcoming, and just flat out cool. Here's to a new adventure. Good luck, Mary, you piece of crap. Anyway, before this announcement, Kenny made it clear in an interview with Dual Shockers, her main goal in the video game industry was to inject LGBTQ themes. So that's the reason she needs to go. Okay? Nobody wants it. Alright? We're watching the backlash against Dragon Age right now. Right? Dragon Age came out to Veilguard, and it's absolutely atrocious. I've seen so many videos depicting various scenes in the game that are just, wow, stunningly bad. Now, not only is the LGBT nonsense in there, which is just like icing on the cake, the voice acting is horrible. It's dry. They didn't spend any money on decent voice actors. The art direction of the game itself is not bad overall, but the character designs, despicable. They look like Fortnite characters again. They look like Concord in medieval times, you know. And the dialogue is, oh god, it's so inane. It's like it's written by a 12-year-old, you know, that's writing their own little fan fiction or their little gay fan fiction for a Dragon Age story. It's pathetic. So that game is not doing so well. Let's see where it is actually right now. So I expected it to hit 100,000 over the weekend. Here we are. It's Saturday afternoon, and it looks like it peaked today at 85,000, which, you know, is up from Friday, which was about 70, and then it was 77 yesterday. I imagine today is going to be the highest point. I don't think tomorrow will eclipse today. So 85,000 for this beloved franchise today. Not that good, guys. Yeah, it's a fail. Anyway, let's get back to this. Commenting on a GLAAD report bemoaning the lack of LGBT characters in video games, Kenny said, the GLAAD report tells us something key. Games are a way for LGBT people to socialize, but it also tells us something heartbreaking. Aww, the LGBT gamers don't feel the developers were thinking of them when they design games. Well, they shouldn't be. Screw you guys. Nobody needs to be thinking about you when they design games. They need to be thinking about the game and the design of the game. Not that. They need to be thinking of gamers playing their game. What's going to attract the gamer, not what's going to attract the little gay person or whatever, you know. And look at this fucking psycho, okay? It's always these eyes when you see these people. They always look like they're totally fucking out of their minds. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Kenny added, there are so many LGBT developers. We want what players want, to design experiences that tell the players we're here, we're important, and we belong. And I said it before, we don't care that you're here, you're not important, and, you know, do you belong? You know, you belong as just a normal, regular old person, but you don't belong because you're gay, you just belong because you're a gamer. So, you know, and stop pushing it, because really, we're all tired of you. We want you out of the industry, you fucking tourists. Anyway, in order to obtain this, she declared, we need to pull every lever we have, characters, community support, mechanics to make it so. Furthermore, these changes come as Insomniac Games revealed it would not be creating any additional story content for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 in the wake of the game's sales being over 50% worse than Marvel's Spider-Man. In a blog post on Marvel.com, Insomniac Games and Marvel Games shared, while we have no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2, we're delighted to bring all of our previously released post-launch content to the PC version, including New Game Plus, new suits and color variants, photo mode features, and more. Yeah, it's disappointing from what I heard. I didn't get Spider-Man 2. You know, it's part of my backlog, along with Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. I can't catch up, man. I can't catch up. It's absolutely horrible. And then I play games like Ark, which take up, 90% of your time, and it just gets even worse. But anyway, as noted above, the announcement comes in the wake of Sony revealing that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 sold less than half of what Marvel Spider-Man did in a recent Sony financial report for its Games and Network Services segment. A slide featuring Marvel Spider-Man 2 claims great success for a major PlayStation Studio game series and category. It also revealed the games only sold over 11 million units. Now, I'm a big fan of Sony. I'm a PlayStation guy. I have been since the beginning, and I'm not liking the direction these guys are taking lately. With all the live service games and all that, all the wokeness being injected into games, Sony's not as bad as some studios. Sony didn't produce Veilguard, but they do stupid stuff. God of War Ragnarok having a black Jotunheim in it. The uglification of Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2, where they all of a sudden made her looked like she got stung by bees in the face, and just all, little things like this and that are happening all over the place. Don't even bring up The Last of Us 2. You took a beloved character, beloved franchise, and you crapped all over it in the name of DEI, and that was unforgivable. While 11 million units might seem like a great success, one can only view it as a massive failure given Sony's sales data that was leaked to Reset Era at the end of 2023, revealing that the 2018 game Marvel Spider-Man sold 22 million units and the net sales were 827 million. Even the 2020 Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales game sold 11 million units and had net sales totaling 427 million. And Miles Morales is a fringe character compared to the regular old Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. But they had Spider-Man in the title for name recognition, but still there's a lot of people who love Spider-Man who don't like Miles Morales. That's not because they're racist, just because they weren't raised with it. Miles Morales didn't come onto the scene till after I was out of comics, so I have no connection to him. I didn't grow up with Miles Morales. Had I grown up with him, like I did with Peter Parker and like I did with Logan, Wolverine, I would have probably had some kind of connection to him, but I never did. So yeah, there's whatever. On top of this, Sweet Baby Inc. revealed it was working with Spider-Man's Wolverine, or Marvel's Wolverine, back in 2021. The company posted to X Thwit and also sneaked. So excited and grateful to say we're part of the teams bringing Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine to life with the amazing folks at Insomniac Games. It's been a truly marvelous experience. Well, hopefully they're undoing all the crap that they're doing. And if you didn't watch yesterday's video, please watch it. They just teamed up with another company, and I'm afraid they're going to try to run under their umbrella and spread their cancer even further than it is right now, while hiding beneath the Powell Group there. So go ahead. I put some information in there on how you can contact the Powell Group and give them, your opinion on Sweet Baby Inc. and maybe why they shouldn't partner up with them. It might be too late. They might have a contract drawn up, but contracts can be broken and bought out of and all that. And in the long run, it might save those guys some grief down the road. Otherwise, they've attached a very poisonous name to their company, a very poisonous company, and it can only hurt them moving forward. I doubt it's going to help the Powell Group at all. We'll see. Anyway, while Horton's no longer on Marvel's Wolverine, Totillo revealed he had become the new creative director for Perfect Dark, which is being developed by the Initiative. An Xbox spokesman told Totillo that Horton is bringing his wealth of experience to the upcoming reboot of the classic Secret Agent game. And there we go. With that face again, we've talked. I don't think we really did a video on this one, but a lot of people talked about this. Where, Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark has the old man face there. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Anyway, what do you think of this? Do you think this is going to be a good thing for Wolverine? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's a lateral move? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into these guys a little bit, Mike Daly and Marcus Smith, and see what they're about. Hopefully this is a good thing for Wolverine. Hopefully this kind of steers this project back on track and gets rid of all the LGBT nonsense in it, and they undo whatever damage Mary Kinney did, and they undo whatever cancer that Sweet Baby Inc. spread in there, and we can actually get a good game for one of my favorite and one of the most iconic comic characters of all time, to be honest, and definitely the most famous X-Men of all time. Anyway, I'll leave a like on the video down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Until then, peace.